Okay, so this is number 37 from page 161. And what we want to do here is take the derivative. But before we take the derivative, we have to get rid of all of these radical signs. And in order to do that, you take everything that's under a radical sign and put it to the 1/2 power. Okay, so we're going to do f of x equals, and then we're going to put brackets because this whole thing is under one radical. And we're going to put it to the 1/2 power. So we're going to write 2 plus, and then we're going to put this 2 plus x in parentheses because it's under one radical by itself. So 2 plus x, and then because x is under its own radical, it gets put to the 1/2 power. And the whole parenthesis gets put to the 1/2 power. Okay, so now in order to take the derivative, we have to do the chain rule. So we're going to have f prime of x equals, we're going to take this 1/2 right here and multiply it in the front. So we're going to have 1/2, and then you have to rewrite the inside, which is called the block. So 2 plus x to the 1/2. Close the bracket, and then because we took this 1/2 right here and multiplied in the front, you have to subtract 1 from it. So 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. Now the next part of the chain rule is to take the derivative of the block, which is right here. So we're going to take this 1/2 right here, multiply it in the front. So we're going to get 1/2. And then we're going to rewrite the inside. 2 plus x to the 1/2. And then because we took this 1/2, multiplied it in the front, we're going to subtract 1 from it. So it's going to give us negative 1/2. And then again, we have to take the derivative of the block. So 1/2 times x, it's going to give us 1/2. X, subtract 1 from this exponent to get negative 1/2. So this whole thing right here is the derivative, and what we need to do now is simplify it. In order to do that, we have to multiply this 1/2, this 1/2, and this 1/2 together, and that gives us 1/8. So we can put 1 on the top of the fraction, 8 in the bottom, and then everything that is to the negative 1/2, that all gets brought down to the bottom. And 1/2 turns into a square root in the bottom of a fraction. So we're going to do square root of 2 plus square root of 2 plus square root of x. So this 2 plus x to all of this gets brought down here and put under square root signs. Then over here, this x, because it's by itself, it's going to be put in its own radical. And then this 2 plus x to the 1/2 gets all put under one radical because of the 1/2 right here. And the x gets put into its own as well because of the 1/2 right there. And that is your final answer. And that is how you take the derivative using chain rule to get the answer for number 37.